And welcome back to Opening Statements. I'm Julie Grant. This morning, we're turning a spotlight on the murder case of a 19-year-old named Cynthia Hoffman and her best friend who arranged her murder. In an exclusive interview, you'll hear from Denali Brehmer, who was catfished by a man who offered her $9 million to commit murder. She recruited some friends, including Caleb Leland, who pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. He's going to be sentenced for his role in the crime tomorrow. Court TV's Vinny Politan gives us the backstory on this case.
5 teenagers in Alaska murdered their friend Cynthia Hoffman on June 2nd, 2019. She was 19 years old and developmentally disabled. Investigators say she was killed because of an online scheme. A man they had never met promised millions of dollars to murder someone. CBS News spoke with the victim's father.
The only thing I know is that my daughter trusted these people. My daughter just wanted friends. Now I have to bury her.
The plot to murder Hoffman began when Denali Brehmer began an online relationship with a man calling himself Tyler and claimed to be a millionaire. But Tyler was really 21-year-old Darren Schillmiller, who lived in Indiana and was not a millionaire. He told Brehmer if she murdered someone and sent him photos and videos of it, then he would give her $9 million. She agreed and enlisted the help of Caleb Leland, Caden McIntosh, and 2 unnamed minors. CBS News was at one of Brehmer's hearings.
I know what I did was wrong, and no, I could have probably done something different if I was able to.
The teens lured Hoffman to Thunderbird Falls trailhead for a hike. McIntosh shot her in the head and put her body in the river. One day after she went missing, her body was found bound with duct tape. Brehmer's mother went to police when her daughter and McIntosh told her they had killed Hoffman. Alaska's news source was there when she spoke in court.
He was very matter-of-fact about the whole thing, almost glib. When he told me about shooting Cynthia in the head and kicking her body into the water, he laughed. And I will never in my life forget that.
Darren Schillmiller and Denali Brehmer were sentenced to 99 years after pleading guilty to murder. Caden McIntosh and Caleb Leland have also pleaded guilty.
Just an incredible case. Vinny Politan reporting there for us. And now we want to welcome in investigative reporter David Scott, who's joining us live this morning from New York. David, good morning to you. You were the one who sat down for that exclusive interview with Denali Brehmer. What was that like?
Denali Brehmer was not what I expected, not quite what I expected, and I don't mean that in a good way. Her case file reflects quite a lot of sympathetic narrative about a troubled teen led astray by this shadowy online Svengali pulling the strings. But it's clear to me that Denali and the case is much more complicated than that. By her own admission, she was somebody who was dealing drugs, using drugs, including meth, coke, and heroin. She carried guns, illegal guns, on a regular basis, and she was involved in sex work online, which is how she was ensnared, or perhaps ensnared, the online Svengali Darren Schillmiller. It's not clear to me which.
Right, David. So she talks with you in your interview about how she met this guy, this catfisher, Darren Schillmiller. We have a clip from the portion of the interview. We'll play it, and then we'll chat on the other side.
Did it not occur to you that he was playing you?
Well, I mean, it was really hard because I did look up all the photos online. None of them came back as anything. I looked up the number. It was registered to the name he had given to me. Looked up the PayPal. It was registered to the name he was given to me.
So he was a good catfisher.
He was a good catfisher. I mean, there's one thing I'll give him props for. I mean, he got me, so he's a good catfisher.
Now, at what point did he start asking you to do sexual things for money? Was it right out the box? Or?
Well, I mean, that's kind of like how we met, was on the dating app. Because it's illegal, I put in a not so clear way, hey, I'll do this for cash. Yeah. I'll do this for this. If you want to know anything more, text me. This is my number, this is my Snap. So, like, he knew right out the bat what I was up to, and so that's where I make my money, so
He was paying you?
For photos and videos. And I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, he was paying me a lot.
And the requests get more and more perverted.
Yeah, and that's when he was, like, pushing more and more money towards me.
So who first brought up the prospect of murder? Was it you or was it him?
Darren. Darren's the one that first came up with it.
He's telling you he loves you.
Yeah.
In fact, you're telling each other you're in love.
Yeah, I told him that too, but, like, I don't know. Even, like, now I'm starting to question if I really believed it. Like, I just think I just kept wanting him to get me easy money.
David, you did such a good interview with her. Tell me, as you were talking to her, I'm curious how suspicious you were about her. Like, did you think that this woman is maybe predisposed to committing a homicide?
Well, I think it's clear that Denali, by her own accounting, is in her own right, trouble with a capital T. Whether she was being played by Schillmiller or perhaps playing him is a harder question to answer. She says that the whole friend group was taking instructions from him, which means exchanging favor for money. Sexual photos and videos, even before the conversation turned to more perverse things like murder and child porn. So it's really not clear to me how much of this was of Denali's own initiation and volition, but there's no doubt that she was in the middle of this, and this is a young woman with a very confused moral compass.
Oh, isn't that the truth, David? Wow. We have another clip here we want to play next for you, and this is where she's talking with you about the moment that her best friend, Cynthia Hoffman, was killed.
You had lots of chances to change your mind. She reached for her phone to call help.
No, she never had her phone.
You reached for the 9mm.
I did at first, but then I stopped myself. She just went over by the river, and then she started threatening us. And that's when we both panicked, and I was like, I can't get arrested. I got a bunch of dope in my car. So, like, I didn't want to go to jail for drug charges or kidnapping.
And you thought that the way to control the damage was to go through with the plan and murder her?
I just went along with it because problem solved, right? I was just planning on intimidating her. But when she started freaking out, saying she's going to go to the cops and everything else, that's when he shot her, I was just like, well, problem solved.
Oh my goodness, David, let me get this straight. So she's more concerned about potential drug charges or kidnapping charges than she is about killing her best friend.
Yeah, I found that really a stunning revelation of character, actually. And she claims that she's not the same person that she was 5 years ago when she was 18. But when she uttered the words "problem solved," you could really sort of glean the mentality. This is somebody who may not know right from wrong. Certainly at the time appears not to have known right from wrong. Or if she did, she was so callous, so brutal as to carry through with this horrible plot.
It certainly is. Would you tell us, please, a little bit about what's set to happen with the next upcoming sentencing?
With Caleb Leland, one of several co-defendants in the case, he's going to be sentenced for his role. He provided the car that Denali drove the group and the victim to this stunningly beautiful state park in Alaska where the murder took place. He was fully aware. According to her, he and the other co-defendants were all in contact with Schillmiller as well. And so now he is going to face the music. I believe the charge is second-degree murder. I think he pleaded that down from first, and I expect that Judge Peterson will similarly throw the book at him.
Let's hope so. All right, David. And fortunately for us, you're going to be back with us tomorrow again as we're looking ahead to the sentencing. Our cameras will be there, and want to let everyone know, everyone who's loving your appearances on this program, you're going to see much more of David Scott. He is part of a brand new, very compelling docuseries set to premiere in the fall on Court TV. That's all we can say right now. But David, I know you're going to tell us a lot more as the days and weeks go on here. Thank you so much for joining us this this morning, David Scott, and you're going to see his exclusive interview with Denali Brehmer on Court TV.
Thanks so much for having me, Julie.
See you soon.